hope this conference will play its part in helping the progress of mankind towards the ever-widening dawn of the atomic age, with the promise of a life fuller and happier than anything we can visualize today.
Yes, a dream fulfilled, a goal achieved. India's first atomic power plant at Tarapur goes into operation. The 640 million rupees US-aided project has a total generating capacity of 400 megawatts of electricity. The output of the plant will be shared equally by Gujarat and Maharashtra. The cost of the final in this atomic power plant is half of a coal-fed power station. Power production began on the 1st of April, and the plant has already started generating 150 megawatts. One more step towards summer or winter, no power cuts in homes or in factories. Our shipbuilding industry is always in the news with its achievements. In Bombay, the Mazagon dock does it again. Poshak is the first Africa tanker to be built in India. Calcutta is also not far behind. A colorful ceremony marks the launching of the Navy boat Amar, made by the Garden Reach Works. A night of stars and glamour. The Soviet Film Festival comes to Bombay. Before this, it was held in Delhi, Calcutta, Madras and Trivandrum. A traditional welcome to the leading Soviet film artists by the Cine Workers Association. 7 feature films and 7 documentaries were screened during the festival. Believe it or not, courtesy and honesty do pay. Bombay citizens honor 2 of BEST's outstanding conductors. Gajanan Savant rewarded for his courteous behavior towards passengers. Tukaram Wagh had found and returned a purse containing about 2,000 rupees. Rafi Ahmed Kidwai, the genius who introduced the All-Up Airmail scheme. In his honor, a special stamp is issued by the Postal Department. Long live the turban. The Sikhs demonstrate in Delhi against the ban on turbans and beards imposed by the Wolverhampton Committee of Britain. The ban in force for the last 2 years has now been lifted. In an otherwise busy metropolis of Calcutta, a day of calm and inactivity. The occasion was the Bengal Bandh, observed in protest against firing at the gun and shell factory Kosipur. The Bandh lasted for 24 hours. Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi. The President honors the outstanding men of the country. Among those honored with Padma Vibhushan, Sri D.S. Joshi, a prominent civil servant. Sri G. Pandey, an engineer of repute. Dr. Mehta, an administrator, diplomat and educationist. And Sri Rajeshwar Dayal, famous for his service abroad. Among the Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri award recipients are prominent writers, journalists, musicians, film artists and sportsmen. Certificates of honor are awarded to prominent scholars. Sri K.S. Abhyankar, known for his Sanskrit studies. Sri S. Bhattacharya, honorary principal of Bhattpara Sanskrit College. Sri Baldev Upadhyaya, a philosopher and historian. Arabic scholar Mufti Atiqur Rahman Usmani. The uncertain hands of the young Leonardo da Vinci or Picasso might have created something like this. In New Delhi, the Shankar exhibition of children's paintings from many countries. Who knows, but one of these may be treasured as one of the first of your ripe genius. It's an exciting world, even though the world of sound is dark to them. Calcutta hosts the 3rd All India Deaf and Dumb Sports Meet. Walk, don't run, say the rules, but get there in a hurry. In Bombay Harbour, the 10th All India Regatta. 21 teams participated in the race held on a knockout basis. It needs skill to win water and wind to your favour. The winning team, National Defence Academy Sailing Club of Khadakwasla. Gandhiji said, if a beggar would not work, I should let him go without food.